Hello, welcome back to Fallout 4. Today we are completing From Within. Report to Elder Maxon. I've provided Dr. Lee with evidence that the Institute was lying about Dr. Virgil's death. As a result, she's agreed to return to the Brotherhood of Steel.
Control systems.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
She's confused.
I think she's confused right now.
No matter. Given the proper motivation, I'm certain she can be persuaded to see things our way. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
With that, we have completed From Within. Liberty Reprimed. Speak to Proctor Ingram. Oh. I think I know what project we'll be working on. I've informed Elder Maxon that Dr. Lee is on her way back to the airport to work on the Brotherhood of Steel's special project. Liberty Reprimed. Speak to Proctor Ingram. I've been informed that Proctor Ingram has a special project that requires my immediate assistance.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
That it's important.
Well, he seems to feel it's pretty important.
Important is an understatement. We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. I hope it's worth it. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac. Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
It's Liberty Prime! Let's frickin' go!
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime. The Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded. In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
We actually fight alongside Liberty Prime in the main story of Fallout 3, but he gets destroyed in the Broken Steel add-on. My help?
My help? I don't know a thing about robot repair.
Why don't we leave the repairing to my scribes? You're going to be doing the legwork. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Power problems.
Why is the power blowing out his CPU?
Liberty Prime has a highly complex power system. A good deal of that system was damaged when he exploded. So I'm working in the dark, trying to come up with parts on my own. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Great. Going back up.
If you're here to talk me into working on Liberty Prime, you can forget it.
Change your mind.
What changed your mind?
Nothing changed my mind. I promised you I'd return to the Brotherhood, and I've kept my end of the bargain.
Remind you?
Do I need to remind you why you made that promise in the first place?
No, that won't be necessary. Tell Proctor Ingram to get her scribes ready. It's going to take a hell of a lot of work to get Liberty Prime back online, but we'll get it done.
Well, that was easy. How'd she get down here so fast?
Proctor,
Wow, things are off to a good start. Isn't that right, Doctor?
I hope so. Prime suffered some significant damage to his memory core. I wish your people would have been a bit more careful, Proctor. The good news is that the damage isn't irreversible, and I should be able to get the power flowing into his CPU core without overloading. If your people stay out of my way, that is.
Charming, isn't she?
Was this a mistake?
did we make a mistake asking her to help?
Nah, don't worry about it. We might not be best buddies, but we'll get the job done. Besides, Dr. Lee's worth all the aggravation. We're working with one of Prime's original designers. I don't see it getting any better than that. In fact, since things are going so well, we're gonna have you start building his electromagnetic actuators.
She didn't really design Prime. She helped with his energy problems. Electromagnetic actuators.
What do the actuators do?
Pretty simple, really. The actuators are what allows Liberty Prime's arms and legs to move. Prime's new limbs are way too heavy for the simple hydraulic pistons he had in the past. We're gonna have to rip those out, construct a brand new system using electromagnets, and install them in his limbs. What we need you to do is build the actuators for us.
Now that you know what the actuators are, you need to know how to make them. These are the plans and the materials list. Don't lose them.
Now, before you get that look on your face, you'll be happy to know that we have plenty of the raw materials on that list right here at the airport. The only thing we need you to head out and find is a high-powered magnet. According to Proctor Quinlan, the best place to find one is in any of the ruined hospitals around the Commonwealth. We've already sent out a few teams to find the rest of the high-powered magnets you'll need. They should be back by the time you return.
Once you start building the actuators, we need one for each limb, so you'll need to make a total of 4. Good luck.
Locate a high-powered magnet. Electromagnetic actuators list. Here's what you need for one of Prime's electromagnetic actuators. High-powered magnet, screws, fiber optics, circuitry, rubber, steel. I realize the high-powered magnet might be difficult to find, but Elder Maxon and I have confidence in your abilities. Good luck. Didn't think we'd be building anything else here so soon. Electromagnetic actuator. There's his actuators.
Proctor Ingram?
That's all 4 actuators. Delivered and done. Nice work.
Right on schedule. I've completed the restoration of Prime's basic functions, and he's ready to go. In fact, it's getting difficult to explain to the system why it can't move right now.
Well, as soon as my scribes get those actuators in place, we'll have his arms and legs installed in no time. Which brings me to your next assignment. It won't be long before Prime can walk and talk, but he's missing one last important element. His nukes. Without them, his offensive systems aren't operating at peak capacity.
Prime's weapons.
What's Prime armed with?
Prime has 2 weapon systems, his eye laser and his nuke pack. The eye laser can target a hostile from hundreds of yards out and take it down with pinpoint accuracy. His nukes are modified Mark 28 nuclear bombs. They used to drop the things from bombers during the war. Just one of the nukes is equivalent to about 3 or 4 Fat Man shells. Basically, whatever it hits isn't getting up again. His eye laser is almost ready to go, but without nukes to load into his pack, he's fighting at less than half his capability.
Sarcastic.
I'll run down to the Super Duper Mart and pick some up.
Cute. I wish it was that simple. Prime's bomb pack is fitted for Mark 28 nuclear bombs, the same type of bombs that were dropped from aircraft during the Great War. The Commonwealth was a major staging area for the military's Air Force, so we assumed we wouldn't have trouble finding them. But since we arrived, our scouting teams haven't located a single bomb.
That's going to be a problem. Without a fully loaded nuke pack, Prime won't have the firepower to take on the Institute.
Build the nukes.
Can I build the nukes like I built the actuators?
I could build you 1,000 nuke casings, right now, but we've got nothing to put inside them. The Mark 28s have a specialized nuclear payload that requires the correct balance of fissile materials in order for them to detonate properly. In other words, I'd love to mix you a cocktail, but I'm all out of liquor. But before you give up hope, there's actually a silver lining here. Proctor Quinlan has located some records regarding a military installation, which was used as a nuclear weapons storage facility. We're fairly certain this included a stockpile of the Mark 28s. The catch is that the installation is located somewhere within the glowing sea.
Fairly certain?
What do you mean you're only fairly certain? Are they in there or not?
The glowing sea is so heavily irradiated, it's giving us echoed readings and false positives. We're just gonna have to trust the records on this one. Scribe Halen's established a communications point on the frontier of the glowing sea. I suggest you head out there first, and establish a signal protocol with her so that the nukes can be airlifted out once you've located them. Hopefully, by the time you've returned, we'll be ready to wake Prime up, and you can say hello. Good luck, Knight.
Speak to Scribe Halen. Dr. Ingram has ordered me to recover enough Mark 28 nuclear bombs to fully arm Liberty Prime. I'm supposed to meet Scribe Halen at the edge of the glowing sea for further instructions. Waypoint Echo. Hello, Halen.
Scribe?
It's good to see you again, Knight. You've come a long way since you stumbled into the Cambridge police station.
Cambridge Police Station?
How've things been over there?
Pretty well, actually. We've had the occasional synth attack, but so far we've been able to keep them from overrunning us. Thanks to the reinforcements and the air support, I'd say that site was secure.
What about the ferals?
What about those feral ghouls? They still a problem?
With a vertibird at our disposal? Not a chance. Anyway, I know you don't have time for small talk, so I'll get right to it. I've had the men set up the equipment we'll need to pinpoint you once you've found the bombs. We've rigged up this distress pulsar to emit a unique tone that we'll be listening for. When you find the bombs, plant the pulsar, and we'll handle the rest. After that, you should probably head back to Proctor Ingram and bring her your report.
Distress pulsar.
Why use this distress pulsar?
Unless you could locate an entire radio station within the glowing sea, there's no way you're going to be able to send out a regular signal. Luckily, the distress pulsar's ping cuts right through the interference, and we'll be able to hear you as long as we stay close to the frontier. Look, I know you've been through the glowing sea before, but remember to keep an eye on your Geiger counter. If you don't, the radiation will cook you from the inside out. Good luck, Knight.
Locate the bomb storage facility. I think he might be right. Sentinel site. Locate the Mark 28 nuke stockpile.
It appears that this facility is more than just bomb disposal. It's been converted into a launching silo as well.
You see that button. Sentinel site blast door override. Error 14D391. This holotape can only be executed on Sentinel site Prescott blast door control terminals.
Nice.
Giant insects invade. Gain +5 radiation resistance. Sentinel site Prescott blast door control. Launch status initiated. Blast door is closed. Open blast door. Launch status initiated. Blast door is closed. Error. What did that say? Must remain closed during launch. Override. Open doors. Pod Alpha launch report. Observation Pod A report test launch 23. Observing party Richard Elmsby. We're obviously still having issues integrating the Mark 28 nuclear bomb with our existing ICBMs. Most likely to do with the transitional coupler not latching correctly. I'm going to check with maintenance and see if there is something they can do. Pod Beta launch report. Observation Pod B report test launch 23 observing party Patrick Tharn. The bad news is we've caused irreparable damage to all the Mark 28s we used in this test. The good news is we have an almost endless supply in the munitions depot. Where do we keep getting these things? Sentinel Site Prescott launch control. Launch status initiated. All blast doors must remain closed. All elevators are non-functional during launch. Abort launch sequence. Launch sequence aborting. Launch status idle. All blast doors may be open closed as needed. All elevators are fully functional. Damn it, you. Your arms are gone.
Let's show him how the Brotherhood.
I was expecting more rats in here. Expect the unexpected. Hi. There's more. How am I missing? What is wrong with me? Come on. Crawl back in your holes. Go back to sleep. Good job, Dance.
Hey,
State your purpose, stranger. You walk on Atom's hallowed ground.
Looking for bombs.
I'm looking for some bombs. Nuclear bombs.
You trivialize that which resides here. This place is holy. The children of Atom have sworn to guard this place until the time of the Great Divide. None shall enter.
Great Divide.
What's this Great Divide?
One day, Atom will return, and his touch upon the earth will bring the Great Divide. His glow will spread, it will illuminate, and it will birth infinite worlds from within us all.
On your side?
Trust me, I'm on your side here. I want to help you out.
Atom has no need of help from non-believers. When he returns to us, these relics will carry his word and his glory to all corners of the earth. That is why they must be safeguarded.
This man is obviously delusional. I recommend we switch tactics.
Discover this place?
How did you discover this place?
Knowledge of this site has been passed down through generations of the children of Atom. Its location was revealed to us long ago by Atom himself. He wanted us to find it, to keep it safe.
Why guard it?
We're in the middle of nowhere. Why bother guarding this place?
The relics within will spread Atom's glory. They are precious, and nothing must be left to chance.
Spread his glory?
I want to spread his, glory. Look, the bombs will get used, okay? Isn't that what you want?
Your words ring hollow. I do not hear Atom's voice in yours. You seek to further your own ends, not his. The relics will remain, and you will leave. Now.
Forgive me?
Forgive me. I wish to repent and seek the wisdom of Atom.
No! You will not temper me with your lies.
Look, I'm doing everything I can here, buddy. Serve Atom.
Please, I really want to serve Atom. Do his bidding, whatever you call it.
Deceiver! Your lies will be your undoing. Your time on this world has ended. Face Atom's wrath and despair.
Sensor alert. Anomaly.
Look, I really tried. You just wouldn't go along with it, would you? Hey, I did everything I could, Dance. What's your problem? What the heck do you care? Jeez, 3 speech checks. Give me a break. Captain Dunleavy's holotape.
This is Captain Mitch Dunleavy, 132nd Engineering Corps at Sentinel Site Prescott. All lines of communication are down, and we're tracking multiple inbounds on radar. If this is a drill, we need confirmation immediately. We've got a lot of nervous soldiers over here, Command. If this is the big one, they want to head home to their families before it's too late. Some of the inbounds are getting awfully close. Wait a minute. The inbounds are splitting into multiple targets? Oh, hell. This is it, isn't it? May God have mercy on our souls.
He sounded awful calm given the circumstances. Dance, why do you keep getting in the way? Father Henri, I have prayed to Adam, and in his wisdom he has chosen you to guard the site of his relics. Serve him well, protect the relics. Time as you are called for. You should have listened. Oh yeah, the terminal. Looks like we found him. Is there anything else in here? Signal pulsar. Place. Speak to Paladin Dance.
Paladin Dance.
Now that this site's been secured, you should return to the airport immediately. I'll remain on watch until the vertibirds arrive.
Is that necessary?
Is that really necessary?
Absolutely. Elder Maxon's orders were quite clear. I'm not to take my eyes off these bombs until every one of them has been counted, tested, and loaded. If we want Liberty Prime to reach peak fighting efficiency, we can't afford to lose this stockpile. Dismissed, Knight. You need to get back to the airport right away, Knight. I'll keep an eye on things until these bombs are picked up.
Hi. Bye. Going up. I am anyway. See the bread one for a second there.
I prefer laser weapons myself. It's a cleaner shot and leaves that memorable ozone smell.
Gotta love the smell of ozone.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
Looks like the Mark 28s are gonna do the trick. That was a good find.
I'll work with your team to ensure that Prime's bombs remain stable after they're loaded into his pack. It won't be too much of a problem.
Well, Dr. Lee, I have to admit, we couldn't have done this without you.
It's a little early to begin celebrating, Proctor Ingram. We haven't fully thrown the switch on Liberty Prime, and I'm just hoping all the work I've done to keep his system stable are gonna hold.
You sure this is safe?
Are you sure this is safe?
Of course. I've checked every connection, every circuit myself. Prime will hold together.
Proctor, all the readouts look green. I think it's time for you to perform the power shunt.
Actually, I think I'm gonna let you press the button. After all, without your help, we'd still be staring at a pile of disassembled parts.
It would be better if a trained technician performed that task, but I suppose you deserve to be the one to do it.
I think I'm capable of pushing a button. Now watch me mess this up. Power transfer switch, push.
Liberty Prime, back online.
Alright, let's run a basic diagnostic on him.
Diagnostic command accepted.
Give him a moment. He needs to adjust to his new configuration.
Voice module online. Audio functionality test initialized. Designation: Liberty Prime Mark II. Mission: the liberation of Anchorage, Alaska. Primary targets: any and all red Chinese invaders.
Let me run a system analysis and a battle readiness check.
Liberty Prime, full system analysis. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Warning: nuclear weapon payload depleted. Reload required. Warning: power core offline. Running on external power only. Core restart recommended. Ability to repel red Chinese invaders compromised.
Got green lights across the board here. He's looking good from where I'm sitting. Doctor, if you wouldn't mind keeping an eye on the big guy here, I'd appreciate it. Well, I have to admit, I wasn't sure we'd be able to pull it off, but Liberty Prime's looking pretty good.
Sweet. Power core.
What was that he said about his power core?
Prime's in top shape, but his nuclear engine needs to be restarted. Right now, we have him running off of the Pridwin's engines. Once I get that sorted out, we'll send him off to kick in the Institute's front door. Before you head off to your next assignment, I have something for you. I came up with this little beauty myself. I think it'll add a bit more punch to your power armor.
Think I'll need it.
You think I'll need it for my next assignment?
I don't know, but it never hurts to be prepared. Anyway, that's enough of that. You better hightail it up to the Pridwin. Elder Maxson said he needed to speak to you as soon as you were done here. And thank you, Knight. Without you, none of this would have been possible.
Nice. Blind Betrayal. Speak to Elder Maxson. With that, we have completed Liberty Reprimed. Liberty Prime is back online. If you liked the video, leave a like and consider subscribing. I'd appreciate it.